Hello viewers, my name is Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boys Commentary. And the latest bit of information I have for you all is that Giles Barnes, the 27-year-old 6'2" Jamaican international, has signed a deal with the Vancouver Whitecaps in the MLS. Now, as you know, it was March of this year where Giles Barnes was handed over the captaincy of Houston Dynamo. Well, now he's not only changing team, he's changing country. And he's also going to the west coast of Canada, in Vancouver, in British Columbia, Providence. So a very interesting move. Of recent times, he's now the 5th Jamaican to play for Vancouver Whitecaps. Yadeva Orgil, who played there in the late 2000s, going into the 2009-2011 sort of region, where he played when they were a USL team before they were in the MLS. And after that you had the likes of Darren Mattox, Dane Richards, who played there for a period of time as well, and Andre Lewis, who didn't get playing time in the first team, but he was a squad member, part of the team as well. So Giles Barnes has joined this list as well, and we do wish him all the best with this move. Throughout his time with Houston Dynamo, he averaged a goal every 4 matches. He scored 31 goals in 113 appearances for the Houston Dynamo team. You know, in England, he wasn't really getting the sort of opportunities that you'd want. He was always been unfortunate with injuries. For example, there's a period of time where he went on loan with Fulham when they were in the Premier League, but he got an injury in his first training session. Played the likes of Doncaster, Derby County. So he hasn't had many opportunities in the first team in England. But I still feel that this move to Vancouver is a massive opportunity for him. Not only in terms of the location where he's living in, according to the United Nations, one of the safest cities on the planet, Vancouver, it's a very beautiful Providence, British Columbia as well, that is bordering with Alberta. That you have Calgary, Edmonton as well in that sort of area, close by as well, about 10 to 12 hour drive. So where that is concerned, he's somewhere where he's not had the intense heat like he has had with Houston. It'll be a little cooler where conditions are concerned, and a massive fan base to get accustomed to. Looking at the team, can he gel in well? It depends on the role he has to play. We've seen him being operated as an attacking midfielder in that number 10 position right behind the strikers. He can also operate as a striker. Sometimes you see him out wide, but I don't like him in that sort of area. But I do think that regardless of where he'll play, he will have an impact in this league. Does he still have a role for the Jamaican national team? Absolutely. 3 goals he has scored for Jamaica in 14 appearances, and there's plenty more to come from Giles Barnes, regardless of what happens in the World Cup qualifiers coming up in September. Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this. Do you think that Giles Barnes made a good move going to Vancouver Whitecaps? Are you excited by this sort of move? Should he have gone back to England? Even look for a League One or lower league championship sort of team? Should he have done that? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below about this. The only concern that I have, it is a little bit more travelling coming to Jamaica for international duty. That's the only concern that I have. But they're professional footballers and they're used to the sort of conditions in terms of travelling. We saw recently for the match against Chile, where we had the likes of Joby McAnuff, Gareth McCleary, Adrian Mariappa, Michael Hector, Lee Williamson, Clayton Donaldson, Joel Grant, who flew 20 hours from England to come to Chile. They flew from London, England to Houston in the United States, and from Houston to Santiago, Chile. 2 10-hour flights, 20 hours in all. And you know what happened too? I'll give you an even specific scenario. Michael Hector arrived in Chile 7 a.m. the morning of the match. He arrived at the hotel 10 a.m. He went to his bed midday. 3 p.m. he got up and went with the team and went on the bus. He played 45 minutes for the Reggae Boys and he played brilliantly on that occasion. So our players, we do have to give them some time when it comes to these sort of long sort of flights. It is difficult on them, it's very difficult. I know in relation to what I said earlier about the travelling sort of scenario, they're professional athletes, they have the best masseuses around them and physical trainers that can guide them what to do when they're on the plane, especially with not a lot of leg space. With Giles Barnes, I suppose it should be manageable, you could say. From Vancouver to Toronto, 6-hour flight. From Toronto to Kingston, Jamaica, another 4 hours. So it's not that bad. So it's something he can bear with quite well. I'm Simon Preston, this is Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to subscribe as well, like our Facebook page, Reggae Boys Commentary, and don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube, Reggae Boys Commentary. If there's anything that you'd like me to discuss on the show as well, any questions or anything you'd like me to research to bring to you about the Reggae Boys, do let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. I've already replied to a couple of your responses as well via email and social media as well. Some people wanted to compare the head-to-head record that we had between René Simoes and Tapa as head coach of Jamaica. And in addition to that, I've also discussed some areas as well, like the Alex Marshall situation, what has happened, and I'm happy to see that a lot of people are receptive towards that video that I did, so thanks very much for that. I know a lot of people as well have been asking about the likes of Liam Bailey as well, and Liam Bailey Butler and Kyle Butler and Craig Butler scenario, so I'll get to that in due time. Everything happens in time, so we'll work on that. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Simon Preston, signing out.